Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Reata Horsemanship. I'm Luke Brown. Super excited to be with you here today on Training Tip Tuesday. And the horse that I'm riding this morning, this is Jake. He's a Tennessee Walker, and he's coming up for sale. He's doing really well, coming right along and going to be done this weekend. And then his owner's taking him back to Tucson if he doesn't sell before then. And I'm excited again to be with you today on Training Tip Tuesday. Today, I've been thinking a lot about building blocks, the building blocks to success, whether it be in life or horsemanship. And we'll talk about horsemanship this morning, but the building blocks to good horsemanship and the building blocks to a good horse start with the foundation. And this coming month in February 20th and 21st at P&M Arena, we're going to have a clinic, and it's going to be a fundamental groundwork and desensitizing clinic. So we're going to work a lot on, here comes a dog over here, we'll see how he does here. But we're going to work a lot on the fundamental groundwork and desensitizing that so many people miss. They miss those steps. In fact, I just got a horse in yesterday that was in training, had been in training for 3 months. He had been in training for 3 months, and the owner just wasn't happy with where he had gotten, and he wasn't even able to ride him, had a hard time saddling him, and the trainer had claimed to have done a lot of groundwork and such, and I don't know exactly what went on, but basically he came to me after 3 months of training, and I went through a session with him of about an hour and 45 minutes, and I could tell that he had very little training as far as the things that I do for the fundamental groundwork and desensitizing. And so I worked through a lot of those rough edges initially, and I could tell that this is going to be a really good horse, a horse that's much less reactive than his owner believes him to be, because he just hadn't had some of that fundamental groundwork and the desensitizing. So if you guys, if you're working on, if you want to yield your horse's hindquarters under saddle, make sure you can do it on the ground. If you want to side pass under saddle, make sure you can do it on the ground. Whatever you want to do under saddle, a lot of those things can be performed, at least the initial steps can be performed on the ground, and you can really give your horse a good head start, and so that when you get on them, they're not confused about what you're trying to get them to do, because they have that muscle memory and they've done it multiple times on the ground, and now you just have to give them the cues to do it under saddle. So that would be my tip today for Training Tip Tuesdays, to make sure you start with those fundamental building blocks and start with your groundwork and your desensitizing on the ground. And if you do that, you're sensitizing and desensitizing on the ground, and if you do that, you're going to have a much more successful ride when you start riding. And your horse is just going to be so much safer and so much easier to ride and so much funner to ride. Hope that helped you guys. And again, if you're interested in our clinic, the fundamental groundwork and desensitizing clinic that's coming up at P&M Arena on February 20th and 21st, we look forward. There's a little spook there. Good morning. No worries. We look forward to seeing you guys then. And until next time, be thankful, live with purpose, live with passion, and as always, stay safe in the saddle.